Hello, Nico.
Hi.
Good. Nice.
Was that a good intro?
That was a great intro.
Was a
How are
great
you?
intro.
How are you feeling, Nico?
Tired.
You tired? Are you hungry?
Sort of. Are you not?
Well, I mean, I'm a little hungry, but I'm always hungry, so I'm used to it.
Okay.
When we left the theater, you were in a bad mood.
I wouldn't say it was a bad mood. I think you pinned that against me,
I did.
and you just have painted that picture.
What would your girlfriend think?
She's going to be like, oh, he's annoyed.
I asked her. She said, "You're always in a bad mood."
No, I'm not. That's cap.
You're a little angry because July 4th weekend is here.
I hate the fireworks.
This will be uploaded on July 4th, so happy Independence Day.
Yeah, you guys get to watch or listen to our Minions Rise of Gru episode on July 4th.
No, this one is uploaded.
Nope. Minions on repeat.
Yeah, well, pretty much our best episode. So,
Well, we did record for Morbius, huh? We were maybe among the first 1,000 people to see Morbius.
That's true. Minions was slightly better than Morbius.
Our numbers would say otherwise.
Yeah. Well, maybe I'm in a bad mood too, because it's July 4th.
So, why do you hate? Remember? Oh, yeah. Remember our skit from earlier in one of our other episodes? We were like, we're anti-July 4th.
Yeah.
We're May 4th.
I actually am anti-July 4th.
Why?
Like, fully. I don't know. Well, no, I'm not anti-July 4th. I'm anti, July 4th in our little suburban community.
In our bubble?
It just irks me a little bit. And in our little bubble, it just irks me, It's like... When everyone... Okay. When everyone is just getting, hammered at 6 a.m. for, a parade, it's like, okay. All right.
Yeah, but you get a day off of work. You get a day off of school. Well, not school, because it's in the summer, but...
Yeah.
Well, some people actually have summer schools.
Whatever. Who cares?
You get a day off work, Nick. Don't complain.
Whatever. Maybe I should have a little more spirit.
We even made plans to go watch the fireworks.
I was reluctant about them, but I probably will go. Yeah.
You're not doing anything else. Neither am I.
Well, hopefully people are listening to this while watching the fireworks. This is a great calming thing to listen to.
No, stop gesticulating here. We're not doing anything. It's not calming here. We're just talking about movies.
Yeah.
And we're going to go watch fireworks tomorrow. Nick is just like, I'm angry. I don't want to do this. But we're going to go watch.
You're angry too, though. You're angry right now.
But I'm fine with going to watch fireworks.
I'm fine with it too. Whatever.
Actually, but I do not like the July 4th weekends usually, because I'm a proud dog owner. My family, dogs. I don't know if you guys don't have dogs. Whoever's listening to this, you wouldn't be too familiar with this maybe, but dogs get freaked out on July 4th.
They lose their shit
because people are just firing off fireworks everywhere all the time.
My dog is especially anxious, so it's been really rough.
Yeah, it's tough. You can't do anything.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
And then they just start barking, and then it's like, oh, okay, great. Now there's no quiet in the house.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's tough as a pet owner.
Yeah, it's just more like the individual community members
know.
lighting off fireworks that pisses me off a little bit. Like, what are you doing? Like, you're having a little backyard little party going on, and you someone just decides, oh yeah, I brought some fireworks, and
that's actually the most dangerous.
And then they all cheer.
That's when stuff goes wrong. And
you know just as well as I do. So many people around here do it.
Yeah,
and it is dangerous. You're right.
Yeah. I don't know. It is what it is.
It's
if you go to the
4th.
ER, I'm sorry, but I'm sorry. That's tough.
Yeah, it's
But
I hope everyone's staying safe and smart on July 4th. Actually, I don't care. I don't even know why I said that. I really don't care.
We're not doing anything. We don't have to know what everyone else is doing.
No, we're not yet.
We're just hanging out.
If you're listening to this on the holiday or after, I hope you had a good holiday or are having a good holiday. Enjoy it with your family. I mean, and watch some good movies. Maybe this one, The Black Phone.
Oh yeah. We haven't even mentioned what the episode is. I mean, they'll see the title.
Yeah, we went to see The Black Phone. It's a horror movie from. Let me look up the director real quick. Did you like the movie? I'll ask you that while I'm looking this up.
Generally, yeah, I liked it. Director is Scott Derrickson.
Okay.
It came out June 24th, so we are a little bit late, but that's only because Nick was gone in Europe. And we mentioned that on one of our recent episodes, but...
Oh, he directed the original Doctor Strange. And
he's the guy who did the first one?
Yeah, and then he did the Sinister movies, which I have not seen, but I know people like them. So yeah, he was the director of the first Doctor Strange, which I actually really like that movie. And I mentioned that in our Doctor Strange 2 podcast.
What is the Sinister movies?
I've heard of them. They're pretty well-known horror movies.
Okay, yeah.
But anyways, Scott Derrickson did the first Doctor Strange and did the Sinister movies. I liked the movie a lot.
The movie was... I wouldn't say it's a good time. I mean, it's a scary movie. You're not going to have a good time, jolly old time watching this. But it's a good movie for the most part, I would say.
It kept my attention like the whole time. Like, okay, this is another one of those movies like that has a very simple premise, and I think the thing that annoyed you and I going in today was like it was very simple, and they spoiled the whole story in the trailers.
It was the first trailer they released.
Yeah. Like a year ago.
They spoiled the whole thing, the entire movie, and I was like, damn.
And it looked interesting. I mean, the premise is interesting. It's like...
it still is interesting.
I'll go into the premise. I think the premise really is all that I can do without spoiling it, because it's such a... I don't know. This kid gets kidnapped by like a local town kidnapper, and there's a black phone in the
grabber
room. Yeah, they call him the grabber. There's a black phone in the room that he is... like the dungeon room that he's staying in, and he can communicate with the previous kids that had been abducted in that room, and like what they did to try to escape. So he can communicate with their like past souls or them or whatever, and like learn from them how to escape. I think that's like that's really what the trailer explained, and I think it did spoil a lot. If you've seen the trailer or read a synopsis, it spoils a lot, because the movie is very simple.
Yeah.
Like, would you agree with that?
It is. And like premise wise, yes, it's pretty simple.
Yeah. Did that ruin your enjoyment though? Like, did knowing exactly what the movie was gonna be?
No, because they introduced a couple of characters who had more screen time than I even knew about, which I'm glad. But I mean, again, I knew over 50% of this film before I even saw the movie. Yeah,
and it doesn't really, story-wise, it doesn't really like stretch the boundaries from that. Like, I think it's sort of like all the interesting things come from like character moments and stuff.
Yeah.
Which for me, I wish would have been expanded upon a little bit for some of the characters, which I'll go into a little more in spoilers. But like, yeah, the story it went exactly how I was gonna. It went pretty much exactly how I'd expect it to.
It went exactly how the trailer went.
Yeah.
And it didn't deviate too far.
Even the ending, I feel like wasn't. Like, I pretty much saw... Well...
Here, this isn't a spoiler, I don't think, but they introduce a couple of family members in the beginning of the movie. This is where I was saying they had more screen time than I ever anticipated, because they weren't ever shown in the trailers, which is a good thing. I mean, that was a nice surprise in the theater, but realistically, if you watch any of the trailers, you're going to see the whole film just within 2 minutes. But,
yeah. The whole story. That wasn't, for me, that didn't ruin the enjoyment, because I think the execution was really good.
The execution was pretty good. It was still a bummer, though, just to know that I saw most of the film in just the trailer.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know how to look past that, really. I'm kind of stuck on that still, but like, it was a good movie.
Yeah, there weren't very many like story turns. Maybe like one or two, which we can talk about spoilers, that like story turns that surprised me. But like, especially like the first 2 acts, really, I was just kind of like, I know exactly how this is gonna go.
Yeah.
And what kept it exciting for me, though, and you can agree or disagree, I thought the acting generally was really, really good. Like, from the whole cast, the adult actors and the child actors, I thought were really good. Like, especially Ethan Hawke, who who is on the poster and everything for this as the grabber kidnapper guy.
He
was really good.
He's good in usually everything he does.
Yeah.
Moon Knight, he was kind of like boring as a villain, but like
sure, but I think he did his best that he could have. Like, I think he still brought a good performance.
As an actor, he did what he did. But yeah, the child acting was pretty good in this movie. I don't know how old the kids were. They didn't specifically state. I mean, we just assume like middle school, early high school, right? Something like that.
Yeah, probably. So, middle school, early high school. They were good for that age, though.
They were good, though, yeah.
Yeah, I think one in particular, like... I wouldn't say one in particular stood out, but like...
Just say who. I don't think it's a spoiler. Probably not.
The main kid's sister, I thought, had some really good moments. I think she was like a little bit annoying sometimes, but I think she was also like when she needed to bring it in like really intense like emotional scenes, I think it really worked for me.
Yeah, I think she was pretty good.
I thought she was good. She stood out to me. I don't know. Did any of them stand out to you?
I don't know. I was wondering, I'm not going to say it. I'm going to ask in spoilers. I'm going to ask that in spoilers.
Any other positives or negatives you want to do before we get into spoilers? Give us going spoilers.
It was pretty scary.
Oh, yeah.
It was pretty scary.
Jump scares got me.
They had a few or several. I don't know how many it was exactly, but most of them got me.
Yeah.
I don't remember. There was maybe one I didn't totally get shocked by, but everything else, yeah.
I think the look of the movie and then like some of like the visual styling for some of the like sequences, which I won't spoil, like I thought made it a little more scary too. Like, I don't know. The movie felt scary. Like it did a good job of accomplishing like the scary vibe and like even just like the scary premise, executing on the scary premise of like these kids are being kidnapped. This is like a town that's kind of freaking out about it. Like, I thought that stuff was really good. It made me like I was scared at moments even when the jump scares weren't happening, and that's why I'm not like, okay, the jump scares were just cheap, because I think when jump scares get me the most is when like the whole movie is creepy to me in the first place.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't. It was still scary. I'm not gonna lie. I was scared. I wouldn't say I was like tense. I wasn't built up with suspense or anything. Like Men, the first maybe 2/3 of that whole film, I was just tripping. I was so on the edge of my seat, freaking out the whole time.
Yeah, because she was alone in the
house.
Yeah.
And I don't know. That like Men, from all the other horror movies I've watched, I think Men was probably like the most adrenaline rush filled film that I think I've seen in terms of horror. Yeah.
Men just... that was all it had, and I think it fell flat after like the first hour.
Which, yeah, you guys can hear that in one of our past episodes.
Yeah, but I mean,
this definitely had some stuff going for it. It had some legs to walk on here.
Yeah,
where maybe Men didn't. That's not here or there right now.
Yeah, I mean, what I'm realizing from Men to like The Watcher to this, like there are so many horror movies pumped out. Like, I've watched more horror movies just from in the past 3 months, 4 months than I ever normally would, just because I guess these movies make good money. Like, everyone's trying to get the next big horror thing.
The box office for Black Phone says that it was only 45.6 million. So I assume they lost money. I don't know what they started with, but
yeah. Well, the it's only been out for a few weeks, so I think we give it some time. But like, I'm just saying, we've seen so many more horror movies, like disproportionately more horror movies than anything else. We've seen like 5 or 6 already.
Yeah.
So,
what did we see? We saw this. We saw Men. We saw
Men, X, Watcher.
So that's 4.
That's 4. I think we saw.
No, I don't have the list up. There may have been another.
I guess not. I guess that's it. I don't know. 4 still feels like a lot to me.
Oh, Morbius.
All right. Do you want to give this a score?
I can. I think it's definitely a good movie. I didn't love it. We'll explain more, but I think I'll go like 7-8.
Okay. I'm going to go 7-9 with this. I'm going to go 7-9. I think this was slightly better than Watcher for me. I just thought it was like so well executed and the acting was so good that like I really found myself like wanting to know what was happening next, and I think like that's why this was a little better for me. Like there were no like lulls in the movie. It was just really like it was just compelling the whole time for me. That's what I'll say.
Yeah, but this is like a totally different style than Watcher.
Yeah, that's true.
Like I don't know what I would consider this to be closer to. Like,
I don't know if you've ever seen Room. It's like Brie Larson. I think she won an Oscar for it.
I'm not watching it.
She's kidnapped in a room.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So like that's what I'd compare this to, and I think that was probably slightly better because it was a different type of movie. It wasn't a horror movie, so.
Oh, it wasn't a horror movie?
Like it had horror elements, but it was more of like a psychological, like emotional drama.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Really good movie. I liked it. I think it wasn't like great, but if you like horror, I would recommend seeing it. Like I think this is worth seeing, even if it is spoiled by the trailers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I'm gonna say I didn't want to go watch this. I was like, dude, I know the whole movie.
And you're in a bad mood today.
Sure. But I was pleasantly surprised that it wasn't 100% spoiled.
Yeah.
Maybe 90% spoiled. But it was good. Yeah. I think it was worth the time at least.
Yeah, it was a fun time. Did you want to get into, let's just do real quick spoilers. I don't think there's a lot to talk about with spoilers.
No, there's not too much. But
did you want to say like what your biggest complaints were with spoilers?
Like we mentioned this right when we were getting in the car. My biggest gripe with this film was like the spoiler warning that the main kid who gets abducted and you follow him through the whole story, he was just kind of doing things and he didn't know why he was doing things. And I wish that he just would have like tried to attack or defend himself against the guy rather than like unknowingly setting up this whole Home Alone.
It does culminate. Okay, it culminates in a Home Alone like trap style scenario, and he ends up killing the grabber.
It does it fairly well, but like I don't know. It just felt too. It just didn't make sense. Like, why would the kid just do all of these things without knowing any of it? Like, understanding why he would do any of these things?
I disagree because I think he knew why he was doing them. I think he was doing them because he wanted to escape. Like, I think every like trap thing was like a setup to try to escape. Because he was like pulling on the window. He was digging a hole.
But he didn't like break the window or anything. Like, he pulled the cage off the window. He could have broken it and yelled for help. And I assume somebody would have probably heard him. He just took the cage off and didn't do anything.
I don't know because it's just like a basement cellar in a backyard. Like, maybe not.
Yeah, but it was just a small window.
Yeah, so like I don't know if he. No, I don't know. I don't.
Maybe not. I
think everything. I get what you're saying. Like with the, I think the like.
But I know he could have fit through that window.
No, but he couldn't get back up to it. Because his only way to get back up to it was like climbing up through the grate.
Oh yeah, but they mentioned, did you try stacking the carpets? And he's like, I tried everything, but we didn't see him try a number of things.
Yeah, well, I mean, it could have been implied that he was trying off screen. I don't know. Sure. I think I agree with you in the sense that like by the end it was sort of rushed that he just threw together a little Home Alone style trap thing.
Yeah,
but like. And then it sort of worked out perfectly for him.
It just worked perfect.
Yeah. No, but I think before that, like him, there was a digging the hole. He was trying to get out through the window. There was like, the like other time that he like the really good one where he almost escaped when the guy fell asleep. Like there was that, and then like the freezer. He tried to exit through like a hole in the wall.
And I thought the freezer one was pretty good. I was like, oh damn,
because that's like he almost made it and then he didn't. And like I don't know. I thought that stuff was good because it was more he was just trying to escape. Like I don't think he was doing the things for no reason. Like he was doing them all because he thought that they were going to be escape routes, and they ended up being dead ends.
That they all just worked to like supplement each other into an escape route. By
the end, yeah. Which I thought was a little bit of, I guess it was a little corny for that like result. But while he was doing all of the things, I found it compelling. I don't know. That's where I just don't agree.
I don't know. Like, I would like to think if I were in his position and I snuck out, like the first time where he gets out, like he actually gets out, I would like to think I would find the knife in the kitchen, or I would try to as I said, take a shoelace out and strangle the guy because he fell asleep. And
yeah, well,
like I would try to kill him, make sure he can't do anything to me, and then I would try to escape.
I don't know.
Right? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I kind of disagree with that too. I don't know.
Why?
If you're a middle school kid, I think the first thing you're thinking about in that situation is escaping. I don't think the first thing you're thinking about is I need to kill him.
Well, he pulled out his little rocket and sliced the guy's arm open the first time he met him.
I think that was just a panic move, though. I don't think he was trying to kill him in that scenario. Like,
well,
I think once you're captive, your whole goal, your mindset is trying to escape. Like, I don't know. I don't agree with that either. I found
so?
it. No, like I think by the end he was like, maybe I need to kill him because escaping is really just gonna be too hard. But like before that, I don't know. Like because he knew the combination lock code to get out of the house. So his whole goal was like, okay, I need to get out. I need to get out. I need to get out. You know. That's what I think.
I guess.
That's what I think. I don't know. I don't think murder was necessarily on his mind at that point.
Like, maybe not, but
I mean,
if you're held captive, wouldn't you kind of start looking towards extremes at some point?
You would think. But
so
I don't know. But like, but that first escape attempt was like only a couple real world days in, I think, or like story world days.
Yeah,
like he had not that much time had passed, and like
no,
you can see the light of day. You can see the light of day out the window. I don't know. That's all I think.
Oh wait. What about the brother? That guy was just oblivious.
Oh yeah,
I didn't like him at all.
Brother. I thought it was funny at first.
He was funny, but like,
yeah.
How could he just like not notice that his brother just like kept walking around with a mask around his house and like going into the basement and disappearing for so long?
Yeah, I didn't love that. He was just the cokehead brother. Like, no, I don't know. I didn't find that super because like the cokehead brother was like he was also tracking that. Yeah, that was.
And then it was stupid. Like he came downstairs and he's like, "Hey, you want to know the story of how I found you?" Like, no. Fucking help the kid out.
The guy,
get out.
He provided levity, but I honestly, and I thought it was funny like for a second.
It was,
but like the tone of the whole movie was so dark and scary. Like honestly, I could have done without him. I think it would have been scarier without him, and I think that was how they should have gone. Where like this creepy Ethan Hawke grabber guy is in control, and that's what it is.
Yeah.
Did you like the ending? Sort of. Okay. Did you like his sister can see. Like, has like visions of the ghosts of the kids in her dream.
That's my problem with it. They mentioned like their mom could do like she was seeing things, hearing voices, whatever, and then she eventually kills herself. And he's like, I don't. And then her dad is like, I don't want you to have the same path. So nobody's believing. Well, at least her dad's not believing her things, but the police just randomly off a whim just start believing everything she says and she dreams.
Well, it's not off a whim. It's just off of like there's like a detail, a little detail that the police had not released to the public that like about a crime scene that she had seen. So like, I guess you have to just with these types of movies, you have to suspend your disbelief a little bit, just with some things. And she had like paranormal sort of powers, and I mean the whole idea with the black phone talking to the past kids is.
An interesting premise.
You just have to, but it is paranormal. You have to just be like, okay, some things are gonna happen that are like, and honestly, this didn't have too many things for me that it took me out of it. Like, yes, we're talking about it now, but like during it, I don't think we would have cared really.
During it, not too much. You're right on that. I wouldn't say I was too taken out of it, but like, looking back on it, there are some small things that they could have changed, but that's kind of it. Really, there's no big, huge plot holes. Yeah. No big issues with the movie.
Yeah, they executed the general story premise really well, and it was really well acted. Except I didn't really like the ending. I will say that. But I won't even spoil that. I'm not even going to say what happens in the end.
Why?
Because go see the movie.
You and Matt both mentioned it, but this is spoilers.
Yeah, but go see the movie. I liked it. I think if you're a horror fan, go support movies like this. Go see this over Minions. If you're not, if you can stomach a horror movie.
Why would you say that?
I know I'm horrible. Go.
You don't like
put
banana?
On your suit and go see Minions. That's the review of this. We've got Thor: Love and Thunder. That'll be coming out
potentially later this week.
Yeah, it's releasing Friday.
I think it comes out the 7th, doesn't it? Or does it come
technically, yeah. It releases this weekend, so We'll be doing a review on one of those weekend days. We're going to have a special guest that you guys might be looking forward to. You know him and you love him, or you hate him, but he's a great guest, and and I'm excited to have him here. But yeah, Thor: Love and Thunder is on the horizon, and then we might do a rewind after that, the week after that. So if you have any suggestions for rewind, you can text one of us or email us or tweet at us or whatever. We'll see it. Anything else you want to add?
Morbius.
It's Morbin time.
Are you a Morbhead or a watcher?
Or a grabber.
Yeah, or are you a is grabber the new archetype?
Yeah. Are you a Morbhead or a grabber?
I'm a Morbhead.
I'm a big Morbhead.
I'm still a
Morbhead. There might be something that takes away my Morbhead status one day, but as of right now, I'm a big Morbhead.
Is there going to be archetype 4 minion?
I don't.
Should that be introduced or no?
This is getting stupid. I have somewhere to be. All right. All right. Thank you guys for listening.